Hey guys, did you know staged homes sell 3 to 30 times faster than unstaged homes? I'm here in my listing at 413 West 145th Street. It's a beautiful townhouse, and we're gonna show you this property staged versus unstaged. At the moment, it's unstaged. We're also gonna show you a few other properties and interview a few industry experts. That way they could give you their own take, and I'm also gonna give you some industry data. That way you can make the decision, is it better to stage or not to stage it? So let's take a look.
Go wrong? Did I go wrong? Girl, I wish I held you down every night. Now I'm alone, not a soul nearer in sight. A second chance with you is what I dream of. As you leave me, we've come so far.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're in the hottest new development, Rose BK in Williamsburg. And as promised, I'm gonna give you a property tour of this property and interview Jason Saft, who did the interior designing for this penthouse, and my colleague, Steve Halpern, to get their takes, stage versus unstaged. Let's take a look. All right guys, so before I show you the staged version, I'm gonna show you an unstaged version. And yes, this is a new development. It's still under construction, so don't mind the white hallway. It will be finished at some point soon.
But they wouldn't show the apartment like this, right? Or is it?
Actually, yes, they would. Since this is a new development, the developer wants to sell as quick as possible, so yes, they would show like this. But the great thing is, you'll see the stage one in a second, so you'll see the difference. It's a similar layout, even though the penthouse is bigger, the floor plan is very similar, so you'll see the difference between stage version versus unstaged.
But just before we had sellers hiring staging companies, right?
Yeah.
Like how does it work when it's a new development? Like who pays for this? Like who decides if it's going to be staged, unstaged?
So that's a great question. So for typical sellers, Compass has a great program called Compass Concierge where they offer you a credit line, and in New York they'll offer you up to $25,000, and you can use that towards staging, decluttering, cleaning, whatever you basically want. Compass will actually give you a debit card. And for developers, Compass does not offer that service, so typically developers come out of pocket for the staging. All right, so I have Jason Saft here. He's the interior designer of this amazing penthouse here at Rose BK. And we have the question, right? Staged versus unstaged. Obviously, you're going to be a little bit
obviously
biased.
staged. I mean, it's like, not even sure why it's a question.
But data-wise, what do you typically see when like you stage a property that has been on the market unstaged, and when you come in and obviously you
So
stage?
it's fascinating. Just yesterday, a project we did that had been on the market for 15 months in total, 2 other agents. Now their maintenance for just the maintenance for the building is $10,000 a month.
Yeah.
No, not a single offer. 39 days on market, fully staged, multiple offers, attorneys doing a contract. So, you know, the data set's always different. Sometimes staging is the difference of whether or not it is going to sell.
Yeah.
There are other times where we come in and we stage a property that had been on the market for 6 months, a year, year and a half, 2 years, and it sells within the first 45 days. It's such a specific thing, just like the staging.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing here in Williamsburg is so different from where I just came in the West Village from the Upper East Side the other day. Sometimes it's a difference of a 6-figure return.
Yeah.
Other times it's the insurance policy to make sure that it actually sells.
Yeah.
Right? So that's always how we're looking at things, is what is the property, what is the situation, what is the market at, and then we're able to sort of drill down into that.
Yeah, and we just did a project in Red Hook, and the buyer came in and said, wow, it looks totally different unstaged. So, yeah. You hear first from
Very different.
from an expert. Yeah. All right, I'm with the man of the hour, Steve Halpern.
What's up, brother?
How's the party?
Amazing. We definitely know how to party, right?
You definitely do the best parties.
Thank you.
So how did that showing go?
Which show? Oh, wait.
You just did a showing right now, too.
Oh, yeah. So good friends of mine, they've actually been here. This is their 4th time coming.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting a while to see it finished, and it went amazing. It went amazing. I think I've been saying it from the beginning that I think it's the apartment for them. They're very close friends of ours already, but it's kind of the perfect moment for them to see with this many people in here, because I think the apartment shows the best with a crew of people in here.
I mean, that staircase is sexy. You don't want to hear the things I would do to that staircase.
I mean, you know, I don't want to. I'm never leaving you alone in this apartment.
Please don't. So, question to you: what has been the feedback, like stage versus unstaged, on your showings?
Well, I mean, I knew it would be that way. The stage product. So the product was sexy already, but to me, a product like this that is a piece of art, if you're not showing the piece of art in its full capacity, it's never going to have the impact that it did. So luckily, I got to a point with these developers where they were just like, I was like, if we want to sell this for the most money, we have to activate it with the perfect product. And Jason Saft from StagedtoSell Home he came here, he like stewed in it, and he paid homage to like the Italian finish, but went with a real heavy rock star feel here. And I think the feedback has been crazy. It's been crazy. The first people I brought here when it was staged are circling on an offer right now.
You hear that? That's crazy. So, in your opinion, you feel that buyers can't envision it unstaged?
It's not that they can't envision it, but they can't fully envision it, right? So I think the thing is it depends. I think like a standard apartment that looks like everything else, maybe, but there's just not selling real estate is about emotion, right? So like if you want to catch someone's true emotion, you maybe have a percentage of people that can see past that and have vision, but in my opinion, at least half don't have the vision and could look at the same apartment staged and unstaged, love it staged, just not get it unstaged. So, I mean, to me, it's everything. It's like, you know, if you see a person just naked versus wearing clothing, it's nice to see someone naked, but you want to see them clothed first because it makes it look better when they're unclothed, right?
Yeah, I love that. Well,
it's true.
Steve Halpern, thank you, brother.
Thank you, always.
OG.
That's it.
#1 agent.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for coming. Thanks for always supporting.
Yeah, of course.
Your team are amazing.
Love it.
Love it too, man.
Hey guys, we're back. I'm going to show you this $4 million property on the 34th floor in Midtown during sunset hours. Guys, drop a comment below and let me know what you think of these views from this 34th floor apartment. And try to guess the price. I bet you won't believe what the price is of this apartment. All right, so you heard from the other brokers. Now, what's my opinion? Based on our own portfolio of properties that were staged versus non-staged, I definitely will say that our staged properties have sold more quickly than our unstaged properties. Stay tuned to the end of the video for the data. With that said, let me give you some stats from the National Association of REALTORS that we found regarding staging versus unstaged. So 86% of potential buyers find it easier for themselves to visualize a property when it is staged. 77% of buyers agents said a property staged home makes it easier for prospective buyers to imagine themselves in the home. Over 41% of top real estate agents believe that vacant homes benefit the most from home staging. And that's top brokers that said that. 85% of staged homes sold for 5 to 23% over their listing price. 22% of sellers agents report a 1% to 5% increase in selling price for homes that had been staged versus homes that were not. Home staging brings in an 8 to 10% return on investment. So you hear that, guys? It's not just an expense, it's an investment. A staged home spends 73% less time on the market than a non-staged home. 81% of home buyers say that a staged home makes it easier for them to sell their home. Staging a home on the market increases the sale price of the home on average from 1 to 10%, according to 50% of real estate agents. That's a crazy stat. All right, guys, so what do you guys think of that Williamsburg property I showed you? So now I'm gonna show you the last residence at 1064 Hancock, but as I promised, I'm going to interview my developer. This is actually his first time ever selling any property, and it happens to be an entire building. Him and his family developed this building where they used to live. They've owned this land since the 80s, and he actually grew up on this site. So I think he's the perfect person to ask, should you stage or not stage? So let's go. So I'm here with Matt. Matt is the developer and first time seller of 11 condos at 1064 Hancock. He built an amazing community in Bushwick on a site where he actually grew up in. So he's not the typical developer. He actually grew up, he was born and raised in Bushwick on this site.
On this site. Those are my neighbors all over there. They saw me grow up.
So I wanted to ask you, because I feel like you're the perfect person to ask. You're not only a first-time seller, but you had the experience of selling stage, right? We sold most of the building stage.
Yes.
And now we have this last apartment, which you're gonna stage tomorrow, but we've been showing it for about 90 days unstaged.
Yes.
So I just wanted to get your opinion. That way the viewers could decide, should we stage a home or should we not stage a home? Is it a good investment?
Well, an experience that you showed me, I mean, we saw the space and you kept on saying how you loved it. But when you staged it, it made a big difference. Especially the studios and the one bedrooms, they sold like that.
Yeah.
Because people saw the potential.
Yeah.
They saw the style you could pick. I mean, might not be my style, but it was definitely, a little, but it made it room, it made it very comfortable that you want to live there.
Okay.
So I agree with staging. I mean, the first time I was hesitant about it. And then I saw the end result, and I saw the result when people came. They loved it. And then you told me we sold, you had other developments at the same time selling? We sold most of them in less than 4 months.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And I appreciate that.
Because the investment, it saves you money, right? Because you have a loan out on the construction. So, I mean, that interest piles up after a while.
Oh, yeah. So it's definitely an investment. And basically, most agents are pretty good with us. And when they saw the result, it really worked out. So. And one question. So initially, because you're also selling with your other family members, right? So you're obviously the principal, but you have your parents that you have to speak to. Yes, I'm the manager of the LLC, but this is my parents. They got involved.
So what would you say was one point of why they were hesitant to stage initially?
Well, initially was the money, of course. They want to know that will it work? And then after the results happened, when we basically sold all the studios in one shot, it was like they got the words up and said, they told you. So I trusted you. The main thing is I trusted you. You proved it. You proved your vision, and you saw what the potential can be. And I like that. And I think I will now always stage. I think you should stage because a space is one thing. But when you see the appliances, everybody has to see appliances. But when you can see how you could live here, that makes a big difference.
So there you go. From a seller, not only just any seller, but first time seller that's selling multiple units at a time, he says stage it.
Yeah, I definitely do, because it did make a difference. And thank you for all the advice and guidance that you've done for us.
Thank you, and we have to sell this last one now.
Yes, I know, but it's easy. 2-bedroom, come on, people.
Only for $900,000 in Brooklyn, brand new, heated floors, central air, ton of stuff, and in Bushwick. So there you go.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. So you heard it here from Matt. Invest in staging. My opinion, our properties have sold about 50 times faster than properties that were not staged. So we're gonna stage this apartment tomorrow. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath. It's brand new. Whoever purchases this apartment will be the first person to live here. And it's only $900,000 in Bushwick. So thank you guys for watching. Like this video so the algorithm picks it up. Subscribe to this channel because we're gonna drop a video every single Thursday.